Welcome. My name is Barney Reese. I'm the author of How Blessed You Are in God's Promises. Today, I want to talk to you something a little bit different than other. I know some of you are going through a divorce. You're breaking up with your loved ones. You've been together a long time. And this story just resonated with me, and I figured I would share it with you. There was a guy, he was very successful in business. He decided that he got to where he stayed later and later. And his wife was a stay-at-home mom, and she did everything that she was supposed to do. They had the big house, the fancy cars, plenty of money, a dream life. But he decided that, she was cute. They married when they were younger, and, they were growing apart. So he said, okay, fine. He was in shape, stayed in the gym, did everything, went and played golf, did things that people dreamed of, had the dream job, wore a suit and tie, worked in a big office somewhere, pretty much owned the company or a CEO in the company. I want to bring this all to your attention because I know a lot of you have decided that he or she's not the one. So one day, after coming in late, he decided that he had found somebody else and that it was time to call it quits and go their separate ways. His wife's name was Janie, and he says, Janie, I want a divorce. Janie didn't say anything. She just politely said, I have one request. I'll sign whatever you want me to sign, but I have one request, that you treat me for the next 3 months as though we were married. What is this going to accomplish? He said. What am I going to accomplish when I do this? Why would I do something so stupid? Why would I? We have been having problems for a long time. She said, this is my only request. I'll sign whatever if you'll do this. And each time I want you to pick me up, kiss me, and take me to the bedroom, and that was it. In that time, they had lost connection. They had quit hanging out together. They had quit hugging each other. They had quit kissing each other. They had quit showing any kind of emotions or anything of that nature. So he was very reluctant of this, almost rolled his eyes in the back of his head like, whatever, you want me to do this for what? What is this going to accomplish? What is this going to make happen? But he agreed because he was pretty much a businessman and he wanted everything, and he had put it into a way that she would get very little. So he said, that's a pretty good way for to do it, so I can do this. So he told his mistress pretty much that, hey, this is what we're going to do. Me and my wife's going to divorce. I'm going to pick her up. I'm going to take her here, whatever. It won't be no big deal. This will be over in 3 months. And she said, okay, whatever. In that time frame, every day he would come in, he would give her a hug, he would give her a kiss, and after eating dinner that she would fix, he would pick her up and he would take her and put her in her bed. At first it seemed like a thing that they did when they was young and they was in love and it was a big deal, and he continued to do this. But something happened magical for him. Each time he'd done this, he longed to see her again. He longed to hug her. He longed to kiss her. He longed to pick her up and take her to the bedroom. He did this for 2.5 months straight. And something in his heart found a reason to want to be with her. He couldn't wait to get home to see her again. He couldn't wait to see what she was bringing. He couldn't wait to hug and just give her a simple kiss and take her to his room, his wife. And what had happened, he had fallen in love with her beyond anything he had ever felt, just like he was very, very young. He looked at her and he saw all the beauty. Even though she had aged and had given him 2 wonderful children that had grown up to be wonderful, he still saw beauty inside of her. And he looked in her eyes and he saw the most beautiful woman that he ever saw. He kept doing this over and over again. And each time he was waiting to get home from work. He was waiting for the day to end. He was waiting for the meetings to end and everything else to go so that he could get in his fancy car and go home and see his beautiful wife. The 3 months came, and He told the mistress, I don't want nothing else to do with you. I'm truly in love with my wife. I do not want to leave her. I have made a serious mistake. I am sorry, but I'm going home. And in those 3 months, it was the most wonderful time he had. And in the 3 months, she handed the divorce papers to him and signed them. And right in front of her, he ripped them up and he says, I don't want no other woman. I want you. She had lost some weight since then because she was a little bit chubby. And he didn't understand it. He just thought because she was happy, she was losing weight. And with tears in her eyes, she says, I'm sorry, Tom. I've got cancer. I've got no more than 6 months to live. And that's why I agreed to everything, because I'm not going to be here to share it with you. With tears in his eyes, he didn't know what to do. He didn't know where to go. 6 weeks later, she died. And he cried the whole time because he had all that time with this most beautiful woman that he had known since he was very young. And he had wasted it on somebody that he barely knew because he was popular and he had plenty of money and plenty of things. I usually do videos on motivation. This is one for those that are thinking about divorce or in a breakup, don't know where they're going to go. What if this is you? What if you're going through this as well? You found a reason to love each other. And yes, I'm single. When I'll get married, don't know if I ever will. But I have faith that somebody will come into my life when the time is right, and that I and they will meet, and it would be the most wonderful thing for me. I've been married twice. So yes, I do understand about marriage. But in his case, he wasted all that time, and he could have spent it with the wife, the love of his life. Don't let that be you. My name is Barney Reese. I am the author of How Blessed You Are in God's Promises. I truly wish you all the happiness in the world, and know that your dreams can come true if you will pursue them and focus on them and nothing else. But for those that are still married, have somebody in their life that they truly love, this video was for you. Think about it. The grass is not always greener on the other side. That person that you met, there was something in there that you saw. Maybe you gained weight. Get your butt to the gym. Maybe you've lost touch with reality because you're on your phone too much. You're on your TV. Learn to cut it off. You can't replace some things. No amount of money will. And anybody that's wise will tell you, treasure those moments, because they won't come again. And it may be your last day. Each day you wake up, be happy you're awake one more day. Be thankful you get a blessing. It doesn't matter what you do. Every day is a blessing. Walk outside and look at the sun. Ground yourself. It's very important. The gravity of this earth is matched with your heart. It's very important you ground yourself. Become a tree hugger. Learn to do this. Learn to love life. Learn to love the people around you. Start looking at the wonderful things around you, because some people don't have this. And yet we put on the smile that we are the most happiest people in the room when we may not be. Why? Because we want others to be better than us. We don't want nobody to know how we really feel and how we see things. But for you that are still married, that has somebody in your life, treasure them. Love them. I hope this reaches whoever needs to hear it today. And as always, love yourself, for you truly are well loved. Y'all have a wonderful day, and thank you for your time. Goodbye.